Hi everyone, and welcome to Ship Talk. My name is Nathan, Director of Marketing here at Logistic, where we help companies better monitor, manage, and reduce shipping costs. And today, I'm joined by, check my notes, co-founder of Logistic, Jared.
What's up, Nate?
Good to see you.
You too.
So today we're going to be talking about delivery guarantees and a shipper's ability to file for credits. So if that doesn't quite make sense right now, it will, because you're gonna cast some light on this.
Yeah, there's been lots of conversation about that this year, huh?
Yeah. Well, let's expand on that.
Okay.
All right, let's do it. So first, what is a delivery guarantee, and how does that factor into a shipper's overall cost?
Yeah. So with UPS and FedEx, as you know, when you select one of their services, with the exception of their parcel hybrids, SurePost and SmartPost, when you select any of their services, there is a delivery guarantee that comes along with that service. So for example, if you ship an overnight package, it's guaranteed to be delivered by a certain time tomorrow, depending upon the level of overnight service that you select. If you select a ground service, that is also guaranteed to be delivered on a certain day and time, depending on the zone that ground shipment is going to. And so yeah, with both UPS and FedEx, their services are guaranteed. They sell that guarantee to their clients, and basically what they do is give their clients the ability to file for a refund if that guarantee is not met. So for example, if I ship an overnight package with UPS and or FedEx, and it arrives in 3 days, 2 days, or quite frankly, 5 minutes late, it didn't meet that service guarantee commitment.
You didn't get what you paid for.
I didn't get what I paid for, right? And therefore, at that point, I can file for a refund credit for the transportation charge on that particular shipment. Yeah, how that factors into shippers' costs is, shippers are selecting services based on the guarantees, right? If I'm going to pay a premium to ship an overnight package, I'm paying that premium because I know that it's going to be guaranteed to arrive or be delivered by a certain time. So I'm going to pay more for that package, right? And how that also impacts my costs as a shipper is if either of the carriers don't meet that commitment, then I, as the person paying for and shipping that package, get to request a refund from the carriers. First, I have to know that it was delivered late, and then second, I have to go through the rigmarole or the hoopla to actually get that refund applied back to me as a shipper. So it can reduce my shipping costs or offset my shipping costs in that way for when the carriers don't live up to what they've committed to doing.
Sounds like there could be a drastic fluctuation in how much you cost based on that, or how much you pay, rather.
Yeah, I mean, you figure, the carriers, don't get me wrong, they're very good at delivering packages on time, and typically out of 100 packages, around 1 will be delivered late, but you multiply that across thousands and thousands of shipments every day, and depending on service characteristic types, for example, more air shipments versus ground, that number can fluctuate a little bit. All that being said though, yeah, a lot of shippers do rely on that ability to be able to file for credits when a shipment is delivered late. As you know, I'm sure, and have experienced as a customer expecting a package, if that's not delivered when you're expecting it to be delivered, you're going to call the company that you ordered it from, send them an email like, hey, where's my package?
Absolutely.
Right? And if you paid for that shipping costs, and it's delivered a day late or a couple days late, you may even request credit for which the merchant charged you or the shipper charged you for that particular package. So yes, it can be a very big deal for shippers, that being the ability to file for late shipments.
You just brought up a good point that I think we'll have to cover at a later date. You're talking about implications on customer service, not just a monetary cost to the businesses, right? Because you never think about UPS and FedEx as maybe the culprit, maybe that's a strong word, but the culprit for why your package is delivered late.
Sure.
I ordered something and I want it when I want it.
Yep.
You think about the company.
Yep.
That's a good point. At this point in time, you hate to hear, 2020 has been so much different than every other year. Yeah. We get it. We all get
Captain Obvious, right?
Captain Obvious. So let me just play that role again. Why has 2020 been so different in terms of service guarantees?
As we all know, in March when things started to escalate with COVID, both UPS and FedEx, the same week, they decided that they were going to pull that service guarantee. So basically what that meant is if a package wasn't delivered on time, there's no repercussions, meaning they gave themselves the ability to deliver packages late because of everything that was going on with COVID and businesses closing down. And yet to some degree, it's understandable, right?
Sure.
They're making deliveries in commercial buildings that are now empty because everybody's sent home. And so now their delivery density is changing from delivering in delivering in a commercial building to now delivering in residences, right? So it's understandable that they're going to be delivering more packages late,
Sure.
right? But what they did is they said, okay, none of our service guarantees apply, meaning even if you still select a next day air package, and even though theoretically it's supposed to be delivered at some time tomorrow, depending on the overnight service level that you select, if they deliver it late, 5 minutes late, 5 hours late, 5 days late, there's no repercussions. So it's been like that all year. So where shippers were expecting to be able to recoup the costs associated with late shipments, since March, they haven't had that ability. So it was basically just UPS and FedEx keeping that money that would have otherwise gone back to their clients when a package was delivered late.
And we've seen they've both posted record profits this year, and there's a direct correlation there. So no shocker.
Sure.
I mean, you've already touched on this. It is a really big deal for shippers, but let's just say that shippers never have the ability to file for late shipments again. Is there something that they can do to reduce their costs, to find savings where there may not have been any in the past?
That's a great question. Brings up a great point, which is if that guarantee never comes back, what is my motivation or what is the logic for me as a shipper to pay a premium for a service that no longer has a guarantee, right?
Sure, yeah.
So me as a shipper, I'm picking an expedited service level because I know that it comes with a guaranteed commitment to be delivered on a certain day at a certain time. And that's my justification for paying a premium, right? To have that package delivered tomorrow as opposed to, perhaps a couple days later. So without that begs the question, like, why am I going to continue selecting expedited services if that guarantee doesn't exist anymore, right? At that point, there's no repercussions. There's no consequence for the carriers if they deliver a package late. Now, what's likely to happen, and there's some speculation here, is that the carriers will probably say, no, your packages are still guaranteed on this day at this time. There's just no repercussion or consequence if we deliver late. There is a possibility that this never comes back, that being the reinstatement of the service guarantee, or said differently, the reinstatement of a shipper's ability to file for late shipments. So back to your question, what can shippers do? I mean, that is just going to force shippers to consider, is it really necessary to select and pay for this expedited shipment with no guarantee that it's going to be delivered based on what I'm paying for, right? Or does it make more sense to ship with a more deferred service, a ground service, a 3-day, a 2-day? If shippers don't get that ability back, my expectation would be that we would start to see less expedited services used.
Sure.
And shippers start to move some of those expedited packages to more of a deferred service, less expensive deferred service.
And that makes total sense.
Yeah.
That makes total sense. I know that if I was in a position to have to select a certain level of service, yet there was no guarantee, I would immediately opt for the more cost-effective option. Which makes total sense.
Yep.
Well, Jared, I really appreciate the insight, the time. I know once those guaranteed deliveries are reinstated, or if they are, then we'll certainly do an update on that, and we'll see the lay of the land at that time. But right now, that time frame is still up in the air.
Yeah, it is up in the air. We'll see what happens.
Appreciate you casting the light on
We'll
that.
stay on top of that.
Yeah, cool.
Good chatting with you, Nate.
Hey, you too. So for more information on how you can join thousands of other shippers already using Logistic to monitor, manage, and reduce shipping costs, please visit www.logistic.com. That's Logistic with a
J.
Logistic with a J. All right. So create your free Logistic account today, and you can send cost packing. Until next time, take care.